I would like to now introduce a very big supporter and friend of the Philadelphia Music Alliance and our Walk of Fame to say a few words. Please join me in welcoming Councilman Kenyatta Johnson, President of the City Council of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love.
Good afternoon, everyone. I thought today was a celebration. Good afternoon, everyone. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be here with the Philadelphia Music Alliance. And I want to thank the chairman, Alan Rubens. Let's give him a real big round of applause because every year him and his team make sure that we are honoring individuals who have been a great contribution to the city of Philadelphia, particularly when it comes to the work that they have done around music. And so, not only I am the city council president, but most importantly, I'm the proud district council member representing the 2nd Councilmanic District, but most importantly, the avenue of the arts. I want to take a moment to have this opportunity and acknowledge all of our honorees, and we just want to thank them for joining more than 100 area musicians who have had themselves acknowleded by having a plaque on the Avenue of the Arts, but most importantly, having a chance to represent the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. So at this particular time, I'm going to give a shout out to these individuals and thank them for their hard work and their contributions to our great city of Philadelphia. So to a gentleman who I had a chance to know as a young man in terms of his music, he was Jay-Z before there was Jay-Z here in the city of Philadelphia. He put the city of Philadelphia on the map. He was Will Smith before we had Will Smith. This gentleman has made a contribution to hip-hop, and I want to thank the Philadelphia Music Alliance for acknowledging the contribution to more than $1 billion industry when it comes to hip-hop in America, which is an international genre. So let's give the PMA a round of applause for that. I want to just acknowledge the awardee, Mr. Schooly D. Let's give him a round of applause. He's been too comfortable. Can you please stand? We celebrated 50 years of hip-hop culture. We had a chance to acknowledge him and his hard work and his dedication down in Point Breeze, where we had a celebration. We thank you for your contributions, and we look forward to the unveiling of your star. Next, I want to acknowledge Mr. David Ludwig. Let's give him a round of applause. David, can you please stand, David? David, we thank you for your great contributions to the city of Philadelphia. Reputation is widely known throughout the city of Philadelphia and throughout the region, so we just thank you very much and look forward to celebrating with you. Mr. Stephen Caldwell, give him a round of applause. Right here as well. Can y'all both, let's give them a real big round of applause. Raise your hand. Next, I want to acknowledge Ms. Shirley Brickley. Let's give her a round of applause. Shirley, please stand, Shirley. And last but not least, Ms. Janis. Let's give Ms. Janis a real, she won't be in attendance. On behalf of WXPN Radio's Helen Litch will be unveiling Janis' plaque on her behalf. Let's give all of our honorees a real big round of applause. Listen, I just want to say this. This work that PMA does every single year, it just continues to put the city of Philadelphia on the map, right? It shows that the best and brightest who have always contributed to the music scene comes from the city of Philadelphia. Rappers Gamble and Huff, or Patti LaBelle, and all the other greats, all of you will be joining along those great individuals, and you are great within yourselves in terms of their contribution. So I'm just honored to be here and say thank you very much. And let's celebrate this evening as well. And together, God bless you.
we have since 1986, we gather here today on this thoroughfare that for more than 150 years has been the center of the arts in our great city, to immortalize those with local roots and connections who have in various ways contributed to music not just locally, but nationally, internationally, and historically. We also want to congratulate two of our Walk of Fame members who this week were announced as inductees to the 2025 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Chubby Checker and Tom Bell. As always, those to whom we are paying tribute here today represent not only the spectacular talent that this city has birthed and nurtured, but the diversity that has always been part and parcel of the arts in Philadelphia and the city itself. These plaques from Broad Street are intended as lasting reminders of our city's contribution to music of all types: pop, rock, jazz, classical, disco, hip-hop, R&B, folk, country, blues, gospel, musical theater, and even film soundtracks. Today's ceremony brings the total number of Walk of Fame inductees to 166.
All right.
That figure speaks, or should I say sings, volumes about the unique place Philadelphia holds in the global music realm, in that each and every Philadelphian can and should take great pride. As I mentioned, our city's musical communities have always embodied diversity, and as you'll see, this year's roster of inductees certainly carries on that wonderful tradition, as it is filled with heavy hitters from an especially wide spectrum of backgrounds and musical contributions. And now it is my great privilege to introduce the 2025 Philadelphia Walk of Fame inductees. Our first inductee is Stephen Sondheim. While we think of him in terms of his immortal works for the Broadway stage, including West Side Story, Gypsy, A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, and Company. Without the Delaware Valley, there may not even have been a Stephen Sondheim. Beyond being educated at Bucks County's George School, he spent a large portion of his youth in Doylestown, where he was mentored by another musical theater titan, Oscar Hammerstein II. Our next inductee is Janis, the singer-songwriter who burst onto the scene as a 15-year-old with Society's Child, Baby I've Been Thinking, the first top 40 hit to address racial prejudice. She isn't a Philadelphia by birth, but the city has been a home away from home for her since she came here decades ago to recalibrate her life and heal her from the pressures of stardom. And to those of a certain age, she is synonymous with the legendary Main Point Coffee House, Mainline Coffee House, the Main Point, where she performed dozens of times. Our next inductee is David Sirkin Ludwig. Talk about going into the family business. David comes from one of the most celebrated clans in classical music history. His great-grandfather was violinist composer Adolph Busch. His grandfather was pianist Rudolph Sirkin, and his uncle was pianist Peter Sirkin. While David is a celebrated composer himself, he has devoted much of his life and talents to education. Today, he is the Dean of Music at the famed Juilliard School in New York. Also being inducted is the Orlons. Between the time of Elvis Presley when he entered the Army and the advent of Beatlemania, the capital of the pop music industry was right here in Philadelphia. And one of the city's greatest musical experts of that era was the Orlons, whose sparkling vocals and irresistible grooves on the hit singles Wah Wah Doocy, Don't Hang Up, and of course South Street, had America bopping to an early iteration of the Philly sound. Our next inductee is David Dodd. One doesn't have to sing or play an instrument to have a lasting impact on music, and few individuals have had more influence the past 3 decades than David, who for a quarter century hosted World Cafe, the syndicated music and talk program originating from the studios of WXBN-FM that has long been a vital piece of the music industry ecosystem. While David's support of emerging artists may be his greatest contribution, The fact that the show continues to be a major music industry player is a testament to his vision as a broadcaster. We are also proud, as Kenyatta Johnson said, to be inducting Schooly D. Like Ben Franklin before him, West Philadelphia Schooly D is a bona fide founding father. The OG of the OGs, if you will. The contributions to hip-hop and by extension popular culture made by the man born Jesse Weaver are immeasurable. It's not hyperbolic to proclaim that Schooly D is to rap, as Robert Johnson was to the blues or Louis Armstrong was to jazz. A visionary and an innovator who carved out the path that generations of artists have now traveled in his wake. The Settlement Music School is also one of our inductees. Whenever Philadelphia's musical titans are discussed, the names Jeanette Selig Frank and Blanche Wolf Kahn are unlikely to be part of that conversation. But few in the city's history have had more impact on local music than those two women, who in 1908 founded Settlement Music School in the city's Southwark section. Today, the Settlement School stands as the largest music education institution in the nation. While its alumni includes its Walk of Fame inductees as Chubby Checker, the Bacon Brothers, Stanley Clark, and Questlove, to name a few, it's the untold number of the school's non-celebrity students, past and present, who are Frank and Kahn's true legacies. Our next inductee is the Showboat and Herb Spivak. Before Herb helped create the modern concert industry as a co-founder of the Electric Factory Concerts, he cut his music business teeth as a proprietor of the Showboat, a legendary jazz venue located in the basement of the Douglas Hotel at Braun and Lombard Streets. As the club's second and final owner, he assumed stewardship of a true musical shrine who stage hosted the likes of John Coltrane, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, and Billie Holiday. The next inductee is Pep Showbar and Jack Goldenberg. Most cities would have been lucky to have had one jazz club on the level of the Showboat. But at Broad and South Street stood Pep's Showbar, where Jack Goldberg presented the likes of Duke Ellington, Count Basie, Lester Young, and Theonis Monk. And our final inductee this year is the Cadillac Club of Ben Bynum Sr. While Herb Spivak and Jack Goldberg center city night spots were ensuring Philadelphia's place as a jazz mecca, a room located a few miles north of Broad Street, at Germantown Avenue to be exact, was the place to catch the greatest blues, R&B, soul, and even comedy stars of the era. The Cadillac Club hosted a glittering array of entertainers, among them Nina Simone, Aretha Franklin, B.B. King, and Red Fox. Those are our 2025 Walk of Fame inductees. Very well deserved, and it's our honor to induct them this year. I thank you all for being here today and for your continued support of Philadelphia's music makers and institutions. Now, inductees or representatives, please go to your plaques, and I will call your name when it is time to unveil the plaque. And don't unveil them until we call your name. The family of Jack Goldenberg is the first plaque down there. Herb Spivak is the second plaque. Ben Bynum, Cadillac Club is the third. Then Settlement Music School, Helen Eaton, David Dye, then Schooly D. Not to unveil them, just to go to your plaque.
Just stand near them.
Just stand near your plaque.
No.
David, Schooly D, David Circuit, the Orlons, Janis, Stephen Sondheim.
Settlement, that's settlement.
Is the Orlons. Stephen Caldwell, please unveil your plaque.
I thought Helen was
is the Orlons. Stephen Caldwell, please unveil your plaque.
Everybody look.
Veteran Philadelphia DJ will unveil Janis Ian's plaque.
Yay!
Helen, look this way. Thank you.
And at the north end of the new plaques, Stephen Sondheim. Janis Ian. Orlons, with the only living member of the Orlons. David Sirkin Ludwig, Rudolph Sirkin's grandson.